This is so typical that RNZ in your form would start putting their arguments.
Well, that's my job, Mr. Peters, to put up an argument. No, I'm sorry. You're not going to accuse me of putting up their arguments and believing in them. I'm the devil's advocate here, and I put up the argument for you to answer.
I thought your job was to hear both sides of the story.
It is, and if anyone who looks at this interview will see that that is exactly what I've been doing, and I'm trying to get you to answer that question.
You're doing most of the talking, aren't you? The fact is you're paid for by a taxpayer, and sooner or later we're going to cut that water off too because you're an abuse from the taxpayer. You're not hearing both sides of the story. You keep on putting the argument of the woke left. You're a disgrace to the mainstream media ethos that used to be in this country.
Mr. Peters, it's my job to do that. Winston Peters.
There you go. And that's the end, obviously, of that conversation. So the threat made at the end, and Huhana, that's why we wanted to get you on for the spokesperson for broadcasting media. Sooner or later, we're going to, quote, cut that water off. Now, some may say this is just Winston being Winston. However, when you get a feeling from this government about the possibility of cuts coming to RNZ anyway. Let me get an article here that says this. As other media companies feel the pinch, sources say Media and Communications Minister Paul Goldsmith and Finance Minister Nicola Willis and their officials are taking a laser-like look at RNZ's funding ahead of the budget next month. All budgets are under scrutiny, a spokesperson for Goldsmith said yesterday. Decisions will be made as part of Budget 2025. Peters told reporters at Parliament today that he had not had any discussions with Cabinet colleagues about RNZ funding. Of course, it's appropriate for me to ask, on behalf of the taxpayer, are we getting value for money here? So, to him to say that they're going to cut the water off at some stage, in a atmosphere where funding for RNZ is already sort of under question, does put another element of seriousness on that statement, wouldn't you say, Huhana?
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess it goes to, the way with which the government is operating right now and the lack of management of those ministers who are speaking right outside of their portfolios. There is no mandate for Winston Peters to be even having an opinion, let alone threatening funding to RNZ. We know that every dollar is being scrutinised, and RNZ is no dissimilar to other agencies that are under the pump right now to demonstrate that they are quality and that they are delivering for New Zealand. And RNZ's absolutely neutral. They give everyone, a hammering. And it's the government of the day. He's there to speak about his bill, and Corin was just doing his job.